Hi, I'm LuckyBucky. You know, there's only been a few Buckies in the world that have been famous, like Bucky Lasik, Buck Rogers, Bucky O'Hare, you know, the video game. But you've never heard of me before. At least most of you have not heard of me before. There's some things that I've done in my life that I'm proud of that I want to share with you. First of all, what have I told you? That I have the first American with autism to ever qualify for the World Karate Championships. And he's going to be leaving to go to Austria next month. Here's a clip.
The Chattanooga man is making history by being the first American with autism to compete at the Karate World Championships. 27-year-old Ryan Rogers is one of 3 disabled athletes who qualified for the para-karate division.
Ryan trains at Green's Karate in Hickson, and that's where we'll find Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Kelly McCarthy, who tells us Ryan has his eye on the gold.
Well, hi. I didn't know I was walking around with autism for back then, about 23 years.
Ryan Rogers, now 27, says he doesn't let his autism diagnosis hold him back on the mat. He's already an accomplished black belt in karate, and he's training for hours each day.
I would say about almost 5 hours a day.
He will soon be one of 3 disabled athletes who will represent the United States at the World Karate Championships. Ryan's skills are taking him to the World Championships in Austria. It will be his first time ever leaving the country. Ryan's sensei, Corey Green, says he teaches anyone who's willing to learn and specializes in teaching those with disabilities.
I think it's going to be unprecedented what Ryan's about to do. And I think that it will open his eyes to the world, and it will show what people with autism can do.
He believes karate can be a form of therapy. Therapy that could earn Ryan a gold medal.
It pretty much helped me calm my body, and it actually helped calm my mind, control my mind, to a point where you pretty much have control over this. Don't let this control you completely.
Also, when I was younger, when I was 22, I was a bachelor in Cosmopolitan Magazine. Thirdly, 10 years ago, a student of mine and I, and his mother, his story was featured on CNN News. But you know what? I don't really want to talk about those things right now, because what I want to do is I want to start from the beginning. Because what you see is a very confident, poised person, but it wasn't always that way. The stories I'm going to tell you is going to shock you, surprise you, make you laugh, make you cry. Who knows, and maybe I might cry along this journey with you. It's okay for a grown man to cry. What I want to do is start from the beginning. Before I was born, my parents are from Tallahassee, Florida. My mom is. And my father was born in Perry, Florida. And they decided to take the Winnebago to Alaska. So let's start there. Years old, in Alaska. It's November of 1980. I just got done taking a shower, and I come out, and in the front of the house, which you'll see me put a little kind of like an arrow to show you kind of where it's at, because I'm not using the best editing software. I'm serious. I don't have an Apple, because I'm gonna have to wait to get that, because it's just it's a learning curve issue mainly, and I'm comfortable with what I'm using. But eventually I will upgrade, and I'll definitely make the announcement that I've upgraded to a better editing software, or to an Apple. Maybe Apple might sponsor this channel. Anyways, so I came out of the shower, and I look over into the plate glass window, and I look in the distance. Now my vision was 2010. Hopefully you know what that means, but 2010 vision until I was age 15. So I look over, and I see a bear. It's a big bear. It's like, how can you miss it? But I saw it from about 300 feet away. Now the snow, because it was dark, the snow, of course, is white, and then in the background, you can see something moving because it's pretty obvious. So I said, bear. That's kind of like how my voice probably sounded when I was 3. And my oldest brother goes, Dad, there is a bear out there. And my dad's like, all right, go to the back bedroom. Now I confirmed this story with my mother 3 weeks ago, regarding this part right here. She said that we were told to go to the back bedroom and to take a spotlight, which was probably not super powerful, but powerful enough, a really powerful flashlight or spotlight, and to shine it on the bear. That way, when my dad was loading up the shotgun with a slug and a buckshot, he was able to, alternate the rounds in there. He said to go back in that back bedroom and shine a light on the bear, so that way, if the bear charged him, he would have something to shoot at. My father was very good at a lot of things. He built the cabin we lived in with his bare hands. He was an electrician by trade. He also knew how to fix cars for the most part. He was the most handiest person I think I've ever met. Personally, or known, okay? We're scared. We go to the back bedroom, which has the same size window as the 2 front windows in the living room. So he goes outside, and when we shine that light on those bears' eyes, the eyes were red because of blood vessels in the eyes. And that bear saw my dad, and we were going to be its dinner. We definitely were, because if you look out there, there's like nothing. We were the closest thing to that bear. So either we can wait for the bear to come to the house, try to break down the door, and then get close to the family and then shoot the bear, or we can confront the bear. And that's what my father did. He goes outside, the bear sees him, and here comes the bear. And the direction it came, which was across the map, maybe it might be better to go like that, across the picture. The bear trotted first, and then got up to a good speed, and my father waited, and he waited, and then he shot the bear and hit the left front limb, and the bear did a dive roll. I remember seeing this. The bear rolled, and then kept running at him. So my father waited, and waited, and waited, and that bear got around 20 feet away. He shot that bear right in the heart. He dropped the bear. That bear died right then. So we went to our neighbor's house, which is the Hopkins. My first friend I ever met in my life was Danny Hopkins. And eventually his name became Van Meter. And the older brother, Dusty Van Meter, is an Iron Dog champion. Snow machines, they call it snowmobiles in the South, or the lower 48. And he was around. Pictures-wise, don't have him at this point. But I remember this because this is a very, very scary time in my life. There's several more things I remember. I do remember the layout of that cabin. I remember the color of the carpet. I remember the wood beam, and it was actually a log that was pretty big that was in the middle of the house. I remember there being a 2-step type kind of flooring system. I remember the fireplace. I remember the loft. I remember the bathroom. I remember the closet. I remember the TV we had, a Sony TV floor model, huge but heavy, 27-inch. Had the Technicolor, had the speakers on the side. My father put a 100-foot tower out there. So back then, We got this reception called Visions. Yeah, I was seeing visions out there, I'll tell you that. I saw a lot of stuff out there I didn't expect to see. And that's the thing, is that I'm going to be able to explain this in the next couple of videos. I'll have to be honest with you. The next video that I'm going to make, it's going to be scary. Because something very scary happened when I was out there. Very scary. And I'm not saying I recommend this for children to watch, even though this is going to be a G-rated channel. You won't find me cursing on this channel. If someone curses, it's going to be bleeped, you know, because we can't control everything. Because it's not because of the YouTube policy that they have right now. I mean, I was always going to abide by that policy if they had it or not. Because I just don't want to have that perception about me, and that's not really who I am anyway. But I just want you to listen what I have to say, because it's going to get very interesting. Please hit the subscribe button, and that way you can, you know, continue to watch these videos. I hope you don't miss any of this stuff, because what's going to probably happen is that you might miss something because you didn't push subscribe, and then what will happen is down the road, did you hear about LuckyBucky? You wouldn't believe what happened here. I mean, my story that I'm going to tell you is not like Forrest Gump. However, remember how crazy Forrest Gump's story was? My story is just as crazy. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave some personal things out of the story. I really am. Because I got to leave something for myself. However, if this channel, this story I'm about to tell everyone about everything I'm going to tell, I could seriously see it becoming a movie. And yes, I'm writing a book on the side about it as well. But I'm not going to be explaining the title of that book right now. In fact, just forget I even said it. Because when I get it done, then it's done. But however, when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. I do follow through. I'm that kind of person. It might take me a while. I might not be fast at doing what I'm going to do. In fact, I learned a lot of things kind of slowly. Not always the hard way, because I have 3 older brothers I learned from when I was growing up. However, these stories you don't want to miss. Because these are stories you've never heard before. You know Hollywood's running out of ideas, right? They really are running out of ideas. That's why I think my story could really become a Hollywood movie. And if it is decided to become a movie, then I'm going to tell more of the information I didn't tell you on this channel. I'm sorry, but I got to leave something interesting, you know? This is my personal channel. Now, I do have another channel, and I put a lot more professional stuff on there. Channel right here, maybe right here, is the channel that you can go to see the other footage. I got 50 videos on there, so you'll be entertained while you're waiting for this other content to be uploaded. Now, because I am an extremely busy person, I can only do so much as one person. I'm like a one-man show in a sense. I do have some help. However, it's just a lot of work doing it on my own, and that's just the way it is. So eventually I'll get more content loaded up, and you just have to wait in the meantime. But don't worry, I'll be leaving you cliffhangers each time. But again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. See you next time. And just like everybody else out there, I think I'm going to do a fist bump.